Thank you for visiting AllMIDS.com. Today I would like to give you a little tutorial on how to set up your brand new 7-inch tablet from AllMIDS. Now, when you first got the device, you'll see there's a little knob on the right hand side. Flip it down to the bottom position to turn on the device, but you'll see that the device is not turned on yet. What you need to do is press and hold the little circle button in the front until the Android logo comes on and the word Android. It's just like any other computer. It'll take a second to start the system, and in the meantime I can introduce to you all the buttons and ports on the device itself. Now on top there's two buttons. The lower one is actually for you to turn off the screen. When you're not using the device, you have the option to press that and then the screen will be off. Now if you press and hold the button, it'll completely turn off the device itself. And then on top there is the home screen button, which you can press that, and no matter what apps you're in, it will go back to the home screen itself. On the right hand side, there's a few ports. Now the top one is for the TF card or the micro SD. It supports up to 32 GB micro SD card. And then there's two micro USB ports for you to connect to the computer, or a flash drive, a USB flash drive. And then there's the bigger circle, which is for you to connect to your headphone jack. And then the smaller circle, which is for your power jack to recharge the battery. Now in the front, there's also another button, which is the small little circle button that we pressed and hold a second ago to turn on the device itself. But this one is also a manual button for all the apps and also for home screen. Right now, as you can see, the device is already on. There's the little house on the top left. Is also your home screen button, but depending on the apps that you use, sometimes that logo or icon, it won't be there. There's volume up, volume down, return button, and the menu buttons. Again, this bar is not always there, depending on which app you use, but when you're in the home screen, it's usually there. Now let's go into settings, which is basically all the apps settings are there, or the device settings are there. Now there's sound and display, wireless network, location, security, application. You can also set the device time. As you can see, the time is kind of wrong right now. But let's set up the display, the sound and display. And right here, you can turn the volume button up or down. Let's turn it all the way up. And then for the brightness, we can also turn it all the way up, but it's already up right now. Now the next thing that we can do, let's press OK, exit it out. You can do the return, is to set up the wireless network. Once you press the wireless network, the Wi-Fi is off right now. You can turn that on to discover any Wi-Fi that you have around you. For example, if you're in Starbucks, you can turn that on and then it will search for all the Wi-Fi. Right now, let's see what kind of Wi-Fi is around here. You can see JW Home and 2WIRE630. Now, a lot of this, you see there's a little lock on the right hand side which require you to have password. For example, if we press the first one, and then it will ask you for password to link up to the Wi-Fi itself. Let's cancel that and go back out. And then you can set up your storage, date and time, language, and keyboard. You can set up your language. For example, if you want Chinese or Spanish, you can choose that from here. There's many different kind of language for you to choose from, but the default one is English. Now let's go back and go back. Sometimes the touch screen is not too sensitive. It's not always because the screen is broken. It's also because it's not calibrated yet. So you can do the calibration by using this function right here and then touch the screen, go through the whole setting. It will help you to calibrate the device. And then of course you can set up the day and time if you want to. And let's go back out. Now when you first got the device, a lot of stuff is not set up yet. For example, if you go onto the Android market, it will require you to sign up an account, to set up a Google account. And since Android is from Google, they are making you to sign up a Gmail account with them. But of course, it is absolutely for free. So all you have to do is follow through the instruction. If you do not have a Google account, you can create one right off the device itself, or if you already have one, you can sign in. Now, this Google account will stay on the device unless you do the factory reset. Otherwise, it's always on the device itself. So Android market, for you to download all the free apps, you will need to sign up Google. Now for other apps, it might give you a little warning, but you can still use it. For example, there's Advanced Task Killer. What this app does, this is a very important app. Advanced Task Killer is to kill or stop all the apps that is running on the background. For example, right now there's plenty of apps that's running. When there's too many apps running, it will make the device to run slower. So we can do this, kill selected app, and then the device will run as fast as it first started. Now also there's another apps here. It's Facebook. You agree to the term, and then you can sign in with your Facebook account. Now there's many other more programs that is set up on this 7-inch tablet from AllMIDS. For example, you see these squares right here. Once you press that, it will show you all the apps that are listed on this device. And of course that's very unorganized. So depending on the version you got, you can actually scroll to the left and you see all the games on the bottom and all the multimedia apps is on the top. And then you can scroll again to the right, and then you see there's other multimedia app on the top and bottom. And of course there's also the empty space for you to set up any apps that you want. And go online after you set up the Wi-Fi. So once you set up onto the Wi-Fi, you can go online, check on your Facebook, and do many other stuff that you would like to. For example, you can download any other free apps from Android market itself. And as usual, if you have any other question, feel free to come visit us at www.allmids.com or email us at support@allmids.com. Now, to turn off the device, there's two ways. First way is just to flip this switch, but that would be very bad for the device because it will be just like pulling the computer cord or press the reset button on your computer. What we would prefer to do is actually to hold on to the top buttons, and you see there's another menu comes up and say power off, suspend, and cancel. If we hit cancel, it will go away, and if we press it just once, this button on the left hand side, if we press it just once, it will turn off the screen, and if we press it again, the screen will come back on and it has the screen lock, which you can just hold on to the lock and swipe it across the screen. Now if you hold it, a different menu again, it will come on, and if you say power off, it will ask you, are you sure, basically, and you say okay. and then the device will be off in a second after it's shutting down all the programs. Well, thank you for visiting us at allmids.com, and if you have any more questions, feel free to email us. Thank you.